So, I'm Rising Sonic. Some just call me Rising. Some just call me RS. My friends call me Tony. Whatever works for you. But I hope you all are having a wonderful day and Happy New Year, of course. So, I wanted to just make this personal video for myself to reflect, and I wanted to say thank you, not only to like the people who subscribe, where I'm now at 380, which is pretty surprising for me from when I first started. But I also want to say thank you to my friends. But a big thing that I want to say thank you to is Jet Set Radio. Jet Set Radio has been such a huge part of my life since I was a kid. I mean, I've played Future for like 2 decades now, and not too long ago, got to play the OG game. Took a little bit to love it, but now I really absolutely love it. And I still talk about Jet Set Radio all the time. I'm always relating some things back to Jet Set Radio all the time. And through this year alone, these two games have helped me grow as a person. Weirdly enough, which I didn't think that would happen, but like so much has happened through Jet Set Radio that I'm kind of blessed to where I am now. When I first started with my YouTube channel, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, but there was always one thing that always bothered me. Like, there wasn't any like super in-depth videos about Jet Set Radio. Well, there were. I mean, there were some videos about the history of the game, how they were made, and there were small videos speaking of certain aspects of the game, but they were very few and far in between. But for the most part, a lot of the Jet Set Radio content just went to gameplay stuff, playthroughs, the music obviously and whatnot. And it kind of bummed me out because there was a lot of Jet Set Radio content that just wasn't out there for people to see, or that they didn't really know about, like the character dialogues and whatnot. And that's when I decided, you know what, I wanted to take matters into my own hand. And so I started making my own ideas of what videos I wanted to do relating to Jet Set Radio Future and the OG game, of course. And it kind of started with me talking about each character's personalities in Future, and then the crossover references in the Sega crossover games, and then just general character analysis and whatnot. And recently I just talked about the entire plot of the game, and then I got to show all of the secret dialogues and special interactions in Future, which despite taking like 3 times, and it was really frustrating because I kept forgetting stuff, it was just nice that I was able to do something like that, because that's something that's just not out there for everyone to see. And now I'm able to bring that footage to you, and that's the important thing for me, wanting to preserve Jet Set Radio's history and whatnot. Because I mean, Sega's not really doing anything with the franchise. Well, I say franchise, but it's really only 2 games. But Sega's not doing anything with it, and it's super niche. And so of course there's not going to be like a lot on the game, and that's what I wanted to change. I want to at least bring like the more in-depth aspects of Jet Set Radio and just show them off to the world. And I mean, I don't have like like anything like super professional, you know. This is where I do all my videos. The comfort of my own room, in my bed, with my laptop over here. Have this camera, have a capture card, and headset. That's it, really. And I just do it all in here in my room. I make my videos with Windows Movie Maker, and you know, while you know the production is not like high quality right now, it's like as long as I have like the mind with my ideas and the inspiration to want to get my stuff out there, you know, that's really important for me, and this is my inspiration. I want to be sure that, you know, people get to know more about, you know, the stuff that's not out there about Jet Set Radio, you know. And I'm glad to see that people have been having interest in it, you know, from my videos. You know, it really makes me glad that you guys really like what I'm doing with Jet Set Radio. You know, and it inspires me to wanting to get better in video making. I know I still have a long way to go, but now that I've graduated from school, I really want to continue this. Like this was the reason why I graduated from college, like for communication. And you know, I wanted to get better at video making. And now that I'll have that time, I want to continue to make more videos. And of course there'll be still a bunch of Jet Set Radio videos, because you know, I love it. I'll try and do as much as I can do with it, despite there only being 2 games. But really, to everyone who's subscribed, who's commented on my videos, and liked it, shared it even, I really appreciate it, seriously. But the biggest thing Jet Set Radio has done for me, I would say, is how it helped me meet all the people that I know today through the Jet Set Radio community, and how a lot of them have become my really good friends now. The biggest highlight of 2022 for me, besides graduating, it was making that 20th anniversary video for Jet Set Radio Future. You know, I've only made like a few videos like before that, but like I wanted to do something special for Jet Set Radio Future because it was turning 20, and you know, playing that game for 2 decades meant a lot to me, and I wanted to really do something special. So back in January of last year, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna take a shot in the dark here, and I'm gonna make a tweet, you know, talking about how I want to make this big project about Jet Set Radio Future's 20th anniversary, and I would like fellow Jet Set Radio fans to participate in it. I wanted it to be like a community thing. Now, when I first put up that tweet, I didn't think it was gonna get any traction at all. You know, I was like, it's really small. I didn't use Twitter that much until I started making my own videos. You know, but I kind of figured it would just be ignored. But surprisingly, a lot of people came through. You know, they asked about it. They also wanted to take part in it. And, you know, I discussed it with tons of people in the community. And, I mean, you know, when that video came out and I was working on it, I stayed up for like a few days for it. But when it finally finished and it finally came out and I got to put it out to the world and I got to show the whole Jet Set Radio community, it was like, it kind of, you know, filled me with so much joy, you know, just to see other people who love this game as much as I do, you know, share their love and how it's affected them. And it was beautiful. And I met tons of really nice people. You know, now a lot of them are like my really, really good friends, and I hold them so dear to me now. And it wouldn't have happened if not only I had the confidence to put myself out there and ask, which is really hard for me with autism and whatnot. But you know, it was also because we just shared that love of Jet Set Radio, and I can't I can't thank them enough. I can't thank everyone who took part of that enough. You know, for just allowing me to like work with them and you know be able to collab with them in something that's so special to all of us. I got to meet fellow content creators like False Proof. You know, he was a big inspiration for me wanting to make my own center focus videos on Jet Set Radio. And to have him be a part of my anniversary video for Jet Set Radio Future, it was great, you know? He was an inspiration to me, and it was just nice having him. I got to meet fellow DJs like Shadow, Vidal, and Mero. They make such fantastic music, and I can't wait to hear more of what they come up with in the future. I got to meet fellow artists, both on the safe for work and the not safe for work side, because I love both. Win, Rad, Kiki, Yusuke, and Rudy Queen, especially Rudy Queen, since I've collabed so much with her, and I've been buying her merch since she started dropping them, and I mean I use them like constantly, and I've grown so close to these guys that you know it was thanks to Jet Set Radio that it made it happen. So to you guys, I want to say thank you. Like I really can't thank y'all enough. Like you guys are also like a really big inspiration for me wanting to keep going. And I'm glad I was able to grow such a bond with you through Jet Set Radio. And I really want to be able to work with you guys more. Just thank you so much for being my friend. So, what's next from here? I still have quite a bit of ideas of what to make for Jet Set Radio, but I have 2 ideas so far. So, one video, it's gonna be a collab between me, Shadow, Vidal, and False Proof. We're gonna be making a sort of black representation video about Jet Set Radio, about how black culture has impacted Jet Set Radio, and that's gonna be for around the 21st anniversary of Jet Set Radio Future. You know, Jet Set Radio Future will be old enough to drink by then, so that's one plan. And then another idea I have is, can Persona and Jet Set Radio Future correlate in the same timeline? Now that's a little more of a theory video, and it's really out there, but I think it would be fun considering how much I like bringing Persona and Jet Set Radio together, especially through all the art I've commissioned from other fellow artists and my modded Jet Set Radio setup where the entire soundtrack is replaced with Persona music. So I think that's gonna be fun. But yeah, all I really wanted to do was just say thank you to everybody for giving me a chance. Thank you to everyone that I've met and who I've become really close with. I really can't thank you enough, and I want to continue to grow not only as like a creator but also as a person. And it's gonna take a little bit of time, but I'm gonna do my best to do so. There's so much I want to do. I want to work with more people. I want to bring more quality content to others, you know. I'm still trying to find my footing, but I'm not afraid of trying out different things, see what works and see what doesn't. I hope you all be very patient with me and wanting to give you the best content that I can provide to you guys. So, thank you all. Happy New Year. And I love y'all. Genuinely.